This is something I've wanted to build since I was a kid. This is roughly what it will look like. I've collected up enough parts to make it, so let's get it started. We've got her up on the bench here. I'm just trying to get it to fire up before I go and commit to making this thing. Got a massive tangle of wires here, but I've got the ignition to load up. Turns out if you join these two wires together, it lights up. I'll jump the coil and see if I can get a spark. I mean, I'll jump the solenoid. Well, there is no solenoid. Spark. Yeah. Oh yeah. Where's the throttle cable on this thing? Woo. So the motor's firing up now, which is pretty great. This motor's a GSX 600F, I think. About a late 80s, about 80 horsepower. I'm thinking cleaning the carburetors is probably what it needs, is the usual story. So let's start laying some parts out, see how it's all going to fit together. So we've got the wheels and motor laid out. I think that's going to be pretty good. Actually, let's try something else. That's better. Alright, this is my plan. Is it going to work? I don't know. Where do I even start? Okay, Brent at work helped me put these tyres on these rims. Rotate. Coming out. Oh no. Nice. They're quite narrow, but they squished on there. But for the back wheel, I want it to be a bit wider. So what I might do is cut this rim and stretch it out a bit. So the tyre gets stretched to fit it. I'll show you. So if I stretch the rim out and then I stretch the tyre to fit it, it'll be just look cooler, I reckon. Okay, I've scribed the line on here. I'm just going to cut it off with the grinder. Okay, I've shaped that. Bit of 3mm plate with a bit of help from the tree and the trampoline, and that will just weld onto there. I've cut a base plate out of the same 3mm aluminium for my like the little pod sort of deal I'm going to sit in. I'm going to make most of it out of 3mm. I'm going to make the sides up like that also, and there'll be a roll hoop and everything made out of steel. So let's focus on this for a bit more. I'll start tacking this together, eh? Okay, the welder is on about 160 amps AC. Start tacking it up. So I've just worked my way around, tacked it all together, pushed and pulled it into place. Got it heating up a bit on the gas torch so I can weld it up a bit easier. I'll just rotate it around here for a while before I weld it. Okay, that's all welded off now. This is the first alloy rim I've actually widened, so it wasn't too bad. About an hour of welding, I think. Okay, I've got a bit of a wooden platform here to get the ride height. I like it. It's a cool position. So what do we do next? Let's have a think. I've got these TL1000 forks that I'll probably use for the front end. Only about 100 mils of travel, but I think it'll be alright. I'm going to run the tyres really flat so they'll compress a lot. I'm looking at the motor here. I'm going to have to drop the gearing a lot to run this huge wheel. So I'll probably do it sprocket like that, down to another sprocket, then to a big sprocket back here, so get a big gear reduction. I've got all those parts ready to take into work tomorrow, so I'm going to sit here for a while and cut some treads off this tyre. Mostly trying to lighten it up a bit. This is the front wheel. I might end up cutting all of these side treads off, and I might even cut a little bit more into the meat of the tyre too, see if I can get more of a rounded shape to it. This is actually quite fun. What you do is you get one of these bits and you sharpen it so the edge is pointing up and it tries to walk itself out so you don't accidentally cut into your tyre. Okay, we've got a bit of a pile of rubber here, probably at least half a kilo. So as you can see, now we've got a bit more radius on the tyre. So that'll help with turning a bit. Slippery stuff?
Yeah. Push it down on top with your arm. That's it.
Where do I do it? Is that right?
Yeah, and then let the button, push the button. Hold it there and push the button. Done.
And I just go round, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
The easy part.
That was easy. Oops.
You pressed the wrong button. Now you see how it's slipping off the rim? Nice.
Yeah, so now how are we going to get this?
Yeah, now
This is the there's a blasty hose up there, eh?
Yeah, I'm just not sure how it all works.
That's not going to happen, eh?
Yeah.
Well, I might have to do the rest of this at home with the fire.
Jeez, it looks massive.
Oh yeah, look at that thick girl on there. That works great.